I wish I hadn't worked so hard. That was number 2. I wish I hadn't worked so hard. Now, we live in South Korea, and it's considered as the workaholic country. Now, we are travelers, and a common thing with travelers is that we are trying to have a work-life balance. I think I would like to see myself not be a victim of a workaholic paradigm, right? You don't want to live your life just to work. Do you want to live to work or work to live? And these are the options I think we're constantly faced with. I certainly would not want to have that as a huge regret before I die, is the fact that I work too much. But I do want to work hard enough, if that makes any sense. Yeah. Right? I want to work hard
but enough. Only that much. Only just enough.
I want to work hard. You know, my mother was a Haitian refugee, and anytime I had issues with my homework, she'd be like, you know how I got to this country? I was like, okay, I got it.
I get it. Yeah.
Stop. I'll go to university. Okay. And I want to work enough to attain what I want, not necessarily to work to show that I'm working.
Yeah.
For the sake of working.
Yeah.
And I feel like in Korea, in South Korea, your productivity levels, you know, I don't know. I'm lost.
No, they actually have the lowest productivity.
Yeah, I know, and I couldn't come up with a.
They actually have a very low productivity level.
Right. Your thoughts?
I was just gonna say, I feel like it could potentially be another generational lesson.
Right.
Where it's like you watch your parents work themselves to the bone for the mortgage, for the car
Oh,
notes, for all of that stuff.
right,
And you're
right.
just like, wow, like you're really fucking unhappy for
Right.
working your entire life just to make sure I'm somewhat comfortable in my own life. But also, this, without going too deep into the issue, I feel like until we get rid of the money system, honestly, like the money system to me is like a huge part of the problem, and you can't equate money with happiness.
Right.
Although it does bring you a certain amount of relief from the reality of America as the way that it is, but until all societies, it's not just Americans, it's everyone, until we start to address that and starting getting back to a point of sustainability and being in touch with the earth, that one, I wish I hadn't worked so hard, is probably going to be a reality for a lot of us for a long time.
That's very true.
I think maybe we've learned a lesson, our generation. We're not going to like kill ourselves like our parents
Work-life
did,
balance.
but we're still going to have to bring in some shelter. And shelter ain't, the rent is too damn high.
Man.
It's going up.
Your thoughts?
I feel like I haven't worked that hard.
He said, I didn't work hard my whole life.
No,
I had 3 jobs in college, bitch. What you got?
I did too, but none of it felt like work. I don't know.
Oh my god, it did to me.
No, but okay. I mean, yeah. There's some stuff I shouldn't.
In the article, it did mention where a father didn't spend time with the children enough, and in that regard, working so hard to the point where you don't spend significant time with your family.
I think that's a point.
Huge.
That's a point.
Huge.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Because my big worry, like,
because we're single with no children.
Actually, all of us had that exact experience, right?
Right.
Well, maybe not working too hard, but our fathers were somewhat abstract in all of our lives.
Right.
So
abstract is a
nebulous concept.
My father was a concept. I was conceived and he became a concept.
Mine was there, but he might as well have not been there. Right, exactly.
It was a phone call from time to time. But no, like something that I worry about, like honestly, like I don't worry about working too much. I do worry about not working hard enough.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because like I don't want to sell myself short. Like I'm raised like. You grow up worshiping these men who came before you.
Right.
You know? Like everyone's got like one. Maybe you don't. I don't know.
Maybe several.
But I think like
father figures.
I have certain men in my life that I grew up worshiping, and they were such hard workers. And I feel like no matter how hard I work, I'm never as
do
good
it for
as
them
them.
almost.
Yeah,
I want to show him, hey,
like
I
he broke
value
his
what
back
you
for 40 years and stuff like that, you know. And like I definitely, now that I'm a teacher, I'm worried about not giving my kids the ability to work hard. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's something you earn. Like
you earn to work.
No, like it's. So sorry, I meant learn. Like you learn how to work hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, in college, like college is hard, but it's not. It is, but it isn't. It's not the same thing as waking up at 5 in the morning, commuting for 2 hours, cutting down trees for 9 hours,
Very true.
and then take another 2 hours home just so you can drink a 12-pack of beer and pass out. You know, like that to me is hard work. You know,
right.
You come home smelling like diesel and sawdust. You know, like, but you know, like these kids here, they'll never know something like that. So, like, will they ever have to batten down? Will they be lucky enough even to never have to batten down and be like, oh shit, the check's not coming in. I just got fired. I need to go wait at a Home Depot for a truck to pick me up I can make $40 for my family. Like, if that opportunity even came around, would they even be prepared? That's what I worry about with stuff like that. When I worry about working too hard, not working too hard. You know what I'm saying? Like, does that even make sense?
No.
Yeah, it
makes sense. It's a internal barometer.
Do you have that ability? Yeah. Like maybe I work too hard, but it's worth it to me to know that I can. Right. You know what I'm saying? I think that's the best way to put it.
And absolutely. And when you have a significant other, she needs your time.
Oh yes.
She needs to see you. And if you're a businessman, she or he, you know, or transgender couples, you know, just to call out the entire spectrum, they need your time. Right? Your significant other needs your time.